In a quiet suburb outside Cleveland, Ohio, there was a small blue house with white shutters and a porch that creaked when the wind passed through. Every morning at exactly 6:15 a.m., the porch light turned off. And every morning, Ethan Walker stepped outside, coffee mug in hand, eyes heavy but heart steady. No one noticed him much. He worked for the city transportation department, a mid-level job. Not glamorous, not powerful, just stable. Ethan liked stable. Because once, his life had been anything but. Inside that small house, the walls were filled with silence. Not the peaceful kind. The kind that hums when someone important is missing. Upstairs, in the second bedroom, untouched for years, was a crib that had never been used. And framed on the wall beside it was an ultrasound image. 2 heartbeats. Ethan was 28 when he first heard them. It was in St. Mary's Medical Center, a hospital that smelled of disinfectant and hope. The doctor smiled. "Congratulations," she said. "You're having twins." Ethan squeezed Lily's hand, so tight she laughed. 2 lives. 2 futures. 2 reasons to believe the world could be good. Lily was the kind of woman who talked to strangers in grocery lines. She believed people were mostly kind. She believed love fixed things. Ethan believed in Lily. That was enough. The pregnancy was smooth until it was. Week 32. A routine checkup turned quiet. Machines beeped slower than they should. Doctors whispered in corners. A nurse avoided eye contact. Then the words came. Placental abruption. Emergency C-section. We need consent, now. Ethan's hands shook as he signed papers he barely understood. He watched Lily disappear through double doors, marked authorized personnel only. And for the first time in his life, he prayed. Not politely. Not carefully. He begged. The surgery lasted longer than expected. Then a nurse came out. "One baby is stable," she said softly. Ethan exhaled. Then she paused. "The other." She didn't finish the sentence. Ethan met his son, Noah, in the neonatal intensive care unit. Tiny. Fragile. Fighting. Machines breathed for him. Monitors measured every heartbeat like it was borrowed time. Ethan pressed his finger against the glass. "I'm here," he whispered. But Lily never got to meet Noah. She died on the operating table. Complications. Words doctors use when there's nothing left to explain. The funeral was small. Rain fell like the sky understood. Ethan stood alone as the casket lowered. 2 heartbeats. Now 1. Raising Noah alone was not heroic. It was exhausting. Ethan learned how to warm bottles at 3 a.m., how to read hospital charts, how to cry silently in bathrooms at work. Noah had a congenital heart condition. Doctors at Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital were honest. "He'll need a transplant," they said. "Not now, but someday." Someday is a terrifying word. Years passed. Noah grew. He laughed loudly. Loved dinosaurs. Hated broccoli. Called Ethan Dad with a softness that healed something broken. But his heart struggled. Medications. Regular cardiology visits. Emergency room trips at midnight. Ethan memorized hospital corridors better than his own neighborhood. When Noah turned 10, the call came. "We found a donor." Ethan dropped the phone. A donor meant hope. A donor also meant someone else had lost everything. The transplant surgery took 12 hours. Ethan sat in the waiting room under fluorescent lights. Other families waited too. Some cried. Some prayed. Some stared at walls like they were holding themselves together by force. A chaplain offered coffee. Ethan didn't take it. He just listened to the beeping clock. The surgeon finally came out. "It was successful," she said. Ethan collapsed into a chair. Relief hit him like gravity. Recovery was slow, painful, but Noah survived. He lived. The new heart beat strong. And Ethan, finally, believed maybe the worst was over. Years later, when Noah was 18, he asked a question. "Dad, who was my donor?" Ethan froze. He had avoided that question. He didn't want Noah carrying the weight of another family's grief. But the truth always waits. They requested the donor file. The hospital followed protocol. Some information was redacted. But one thing stood out. The donor was a young woman. Age, 29. Cause of death, car accident. Blood type, exact match. Ethan stared at the page. 29. The same age Lily would have been. He felt dizzy. Then he noticed something else. The donor hospital. St. Mary's Medical Center. The same hospital. The same place. The same floor. Ethan returned alone weeks later. He spoke with a transplant coordinator. He asked questions he wasn't sure he wanted answered. The coordinator hesitated, then said softly, "Sometimes, life connects in ways we don't understand." The truth came slowly, painfully. Lily had survived the initial surgery. Barely. She was kept alive on machines for days. Long enough. When complications worsened, she made a choice. She became an organ donor. She saved lives, including Noah's. Ethan sat in his car for hours afterward, crying, laughing, breaking. Lily's heart had beaten inside their son. All along. That night, Ethan told Noah everything. There were tears. There was silence. There was understanding deeper than words. Noah placed his hand over his chest. "I hear her," he said. Years later, Noah became a pediatric cardiologist. He worked in the same hospital, helping children survive. Every day, his heart beat strong. For him. For her. For both. In the small blue house, the porch light still turned off at 6:15 a.m. But now, someone else stepped outside too. And the silence finally healed. Because some hearts don't stop. They just learn how to beat for two.